Well, it's turkey time. Here we go. I've got the turkey here today, and we're gonna see what we can do with this thing today. Sometimes I don't know what to do with it. Okay, so first thing is I notice there's some feathers. You just kind of want to pluck those out. You can do it with a pair of tweezers, or you can do it with your hands, but it's pretty easy. They just come right out. So if there's feathers there, take those out. The other thing is, don't forget to take this out. This is what they call the giblets. Now, what I do with the giblets is put them right in the giblet, which is the garbage in our house, because I don't like to put those in to make my gravy. It makes it too, almost kind of like deep or gamey a little bit. So now that we have our turkey, one thing I want to talk about is just taking this thing off here. Most people don't, but it does cause a little bit of bitterness. So you want to remove that and throw that in the garbage, and that again is not good for making gravy. Now we're going to stuff our turkey. I like to just do a very simple one, where just I like doing things simply. So I'm trying to build a profile of flavors, so I'm not adding everything I want, every flavor in the world inside the cavity here. I'm just going to do a couple of things, which is thyme, lemon, and garlic, and that is going to do a couple things. The lemon will actually create not only the acidity and brightness and tartness, but it'll also give, as it steams up, it'll give it a little bit of moisture. So we'll put that in the cavity. I'm going to kind of intersperse it with some thyme, fresh thyme. That goes in there. And then I've taken a whole head of garlic, and I may put all this in there. I don't know. I just love garlic. Now, as the juices from all of this drips down into the pan, it's going to add to the value and the taste of the pan juices, which you'll use to make your gravy. Now, no butter on the outside, no butter under the skin, but butter in the cavity, what that does is, especially a good European butter that doesn't have a lot of moisture in it, but just enough will steam and add some richness, of course, but mostly just moisture and a little bit of flavor. Of course, I love the butter, the flavor of butter. Okay, some more garlic. You see, I'm just going for it, just getting as much in there as I possibly can. Now, for trussing, you want to take some butcher string, or you can take, tent pole string if you want. And I'm going to take about, I don't know, 4 to 7 feet, about that much. So let's hope that does it. Cut it off, and what I want to do is find the center, and we're going to make a loop. Find the center, make a loop. Here we go. Awesome. There it is. There's my center. Now with the turkey facing forward, I'm going to find my center, and I'm going to wrap it right underneath here. I'm going to tighten up that area where the neck comes out and just draw it along the side of the breast here. And what I'm going to do is make 2 passes through, 1, 2. I'm going to just go 3 just for safe measure, and I'm going to use that as to kind of cinch it up and lock it up. Now when you do this, what it should happen is it should balloon right up. See that? See, it kind of popped up like a balloon. All right, next thing is I'm going to cross over my legs. One leg's going to go this way, zoom, and one leg's going to go this way. Now, I'm going to use my hands to help cinch this up, of course. Get it nice and tight, and then I'm going to kind of go right down again along the breast meat, and you're going to try to tuck it in here right where these little nubs are on our wings, and that'll tuck the wings in, okay? Now I'm going to do a couple more turns again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 3 again. 1, 2, 3. All right, good. Now that is going to tighten that up. You see how that worked right there? Hopefully that did it. Hopefully I didn't lose any of my other side. Wonderful. That should be it. All right. Now we're coming around here. Going to lock up this bit here, right around the very end, and then knot it up over the legs. You should have a nice little package. There we go. One more. Go around again. Little Boy Scout knot. All right. Cool. There essentially is how you do it. So all of this is tied up, so we don't need it. So we're all plumped up here. We have this thing tightened right up, and what this is going to do is actually create a more even roasting by doing this. Gets everything really tight, and it makes it much easier to carve. And now we're going to set it up on our roasting pan here, and you see what I've done here is I don't put any of the giblets in the pan. I actually put it on a rack so it doesn't steam and boil the bottom. The steam is actually an effect, like it actually has a moistening effect, but also to a degree a crispening effect once the oven gets going, okay? Now I'm going to do a couple things here, actually just to finish it off. And I'm going to just paint it with a little bit of olive oil. Butter at this point would actually burn it, so we don't mind just a little bit of oil. Now you don't want too much because you don't want to actually over season it. There we go, a little bit of pepper. I like pepper, this is optional. The finishing touch here is just a little bit of kosher salt or sea salt. Now that will, oh yeah, there we go. Awesome. Now that we have it all seasoned, you're going to set your oven temperature at 325 degrees. I'm going to add a couple little touches here. Now what you want to do is use one of these thermometers, and for the thigh meat it should be 180. For the breast meat, 170. Cook by temperature. If you have to cook by time, it's about 29 minutes a pound, okay? Now, one more touch I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a little bit of homemade chicken stock. Now, you can use what's in the store, and this just gets it started a little bit, okay? This just gets it going before those juices come out, a little bit of richness, and you know what? It's going to make a great gravy. We're going to throw this in the oven now, and when we come back, we're going to do carving and tips.